So that is me, just finished the Mega qualifier on Friday. Went pretty well, 3rd place, so I think that's me on the front row for the final race on Sunday, so that's going to be pretty daunting. But yeah, I thought I'd just take you a run through my nuke-proof Mega that I'm using this weekend, just talk through some of the changes that I've made in kind of preparation for this race. It's a little bit of a different one, bit of a beast, so a few changes that I've made, so I'll talk through some of the settings on my bike as well for anyone that's interested. So yeah, this weekend riding the nuke-proof Mega 275, so it's size large, and then I've got the RockShox Lyrics up front, that's 170mm travel, 160 on the rear on this frame. So starting with the wheels, this weekend I've opted for the Stans Arch S1, so they're slightly different to your Flow Mark 3s, which I have been using. So they're about 50 grams heavier than those, but a really good wheel set. On those I've got the Goodyear Newton STs in Ultimate Compound, so they're the softer compound. And then in those I've got the nuke-proof ARDs, just in the off chance of a puncture. The trails here are pretty brutal, and yeah, there's always punctures, kind of hard to avoid them sometimes, so the ARDs will let me at least get down the hill and not ruin the rims, which is pretty important, and you can keep the speed going. So cockpit wise, I've got the fun components on, so that's bar, stem, and then the up down post and saddle, so they're running good, using them all year. The group set, that's Shimano XT, really reliable, and yeah, good to replace if you need to, so they're going well. Riding clips as usual, nuke-proof's Horizon pedals, not changed anything with the kind of float or the tension on those for the weekend. Brakes wise, Shimano XT, I've got the Fibrax discs on, 200 at the front just now. For the main race I'll probably go 200 on the back, just get an adapter on. Bigger race, you've got 50 minutes of downhill, they're going to get really hot. I've got the Fibrax pads in there, which have been good so far this week. So yeah, just talking about kind of the bike setup itself, fairly standard. Dropped a few PSI out the forks and the rear shock, but up front I'm running 3 tokens in the Lyrics, 90 PSI, thereabouts, maybe adjusting it through the week. That seems to be a good setup for me. On the rear, so I've got 3 tokens in the back, no sleeve. If you watch my run through of Keelan's bike, he's got the extra sleeve. That's an upgrade that I'm keen to try. Got 150 PSI in the rear. Tyre pressure wise, 24 in the back and 22 in the front, so a little bit harder PSI than normal. I've been using 21 and 23 PSI most of the races this year, so yeah, a little bit harder, but just to try and prevent punctures. So that is my race bike for the weekend. I'm going to go and give it a bit of a wash, give it prep, and chill out tomorrow before the Mega race on Sunday. Any questions on the bike, then hit up the comments below and we'll get back to you. Excellent, cheers.